Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my initial comparison between the Adidas Harden Volume 5 and the Harden Volume 6. So the Harden Volume 5 is going for 130 bucks. It is on sale though, you can get it for like 80-90 bucks. So links are below if you guys do want to cop. And same thing with the Harden Volume 6, but they did increase the price to 140 bucks, so they increased it by $10. So affiliate links are in the description box if you guys do want to cop either of these shoes. But let's get it started off with the Tracciones. And the Harden Volume 5 uses this kind of like web pattern, like digital web pattern, and it was all right. I mean, it wasn't that good, you know. It has a pretty good bite, did pick up a little bit of dust, but nothing amazing. And then here in the Harden Volume 6, they switched it up and gave us herringbone. And herringbone is something that we haven't really seen all too much, just because the Harden line has been using kind of like this pattern in all of their shoes, besides the Harden Volume 3, right? But right now, the Harden Volume 6 is feeling pretty good. You know, I tried on my wood floors, it has a very nice bite. And as far as durability goes, I feel like they're both pretty good. You know, feeling the rubber, they both feel like they have hard rubber, and there is a lot of surface area, so I feel like durability will be good in both of the shoes. But right now, the Harden Volume 6 is looking like it'll be better for performance. All right, moving on to the heel to toe transition, which is something that the Harden Volume 5 did not do well, right? So here in the heel, there's absolutely no midsole. I mean, it is a drop-in midsole, so I guess that makes sense, but this rubber is just so damn stiff, so hard, and it's very, very clunky here in the heel. I really didn't like it. And then here in the forefoot, look at that. That's kind of sad. It's not very curvy, you know? It's pretty damn flat, and also, it's pretty hard shoe to flex in the forefoot. It's like very, very stiff, so heel to toe transition was very clunky. It did not feel smooth at all. But here in the Harden Volume 6, first of all, we have this nice curve shape, which feels nice. The Harden Volume 5, I guess it has a little bit of a curve, but this cage also isn't that stiff. There is a little bit of give to it. It's pretty soft, and that just feels very nice here in the heel. And then in the forefoot, we have this crazy curve shape, which is a lot better than the Harden Volume 5. And look at that. Crazy flexible here in the forefoot as well. So the Harden Volume 6 is feeling a lot more flexible and a lot better for heel to toe transition, which is a good thing because heel to toe transition is pretty important to me, and I really didn't like it here in the Harden Volume 5. All right, moving on to the cushioning setup. So the Harden Volume 5 has a drop-in boost / light strike midsole, which wasn't very nice. To be honest, it was very, very thin, which I guess is a good thing for court feel. It's a super low to the ground feel, the Harden Volume 5, but having your foot right on top of that boost, you didn't really feel all too much like compression from the boost, you know what I mean? So it wasn't that nice for step and comfort. I don't know what it is though. The Harden Volume 6 feels a little bit better. It still has insane court feel, feels like, and it feels just as good as the Harden Volume 5, but there is a little bit more compression in the heel. Like if you look at the strobel board, it's a pretty soft strobel board with the holes in there. And also, it's not clunky here in the heel. There actually is compression from the midsole here, even though there is caging. But like I said, the caging is soft, so yeah, that feels a lot better. So overall, everything that's good about the Harden Volume 5 cushioning setup, which isn't a whole lot, the only thing that's good about it is the court feel. Everything's been upgraded here into the Harden Volume 6, you know what I mean? Like it feels better for step and comfort. There is compression from the actual midsole. It feels like it's not clunky, so I definitely do think it is an upgrade from the Harden Volume 5 cushioning setup. You guys remember the leaks? The original leaks for the Harden Volume 6 use the same exact cushioning setup here in the Harden Volume 5, which I wouldn't be so mad if like the Harden Volume 5 had a flexible sole and it wasn't so damn clunky here in the heel. Like it wouldn't be that bad, you know, honestly. But anyways, the Harden Volume 6, in my opinion, feels like an upgrade. All right, moving on to the materials. So the materials here in the Harden Volume 5, it's pretty damn stiff, and even if you break it in, it still stays pretty damn stiff, and I hated it just because like these fused areas, they're super like glued down, it feels like, and it just doesn't make it soft, you know what I mean? Here in the Harden Volume 6, it's still like kind of hard to move and like more stiff, but it feels better on foot just because like when you put a little bit more force into it, it actually moves a lot better. It doesn't feel as glued down in like the synthetic parts as the Harden Volume 5. So the Harden Volume 6 material actually feels better, even though it feels kind of just as stiff. But I feel like the Harden Volume 6 is gonna break in pretty nicely. So we'll have to see on that though. But right now, overall, the Harden Volume 6 is feeling better, especially on foot. And for the tongue, both of these shoes don't really have a whole lot of padding. I would say it's pretty similar, honestly. And then for the Achilles pillows, the Harden Volume 6 takes it to another level and adds 2 more Achilles pads. The Harden Volume 5 has 4 Achilles pads, which is not enough. We need more. So yeah, the Harden Volume 5 though did not have good heel lockdown, just because I feel like it was a pretty stiff sole, and because of that I feel like my heel wanted to come out of the foot pad. Even though there are crazy Achilles pillows, it didn't do a good job of locking my heel down. So that didn't feel good. But the Harden Volume 6, like I said, flexible sole, and you have these extra Achilles pads, and my heel feels locked down. So overall, I feel like it is an upgrade. It feels softer, it feels more comfortable, and also not as stiff in the fuse areas. All right, moving on to the fit. The Harden Volume 5 runs really long, so go down half a size for pretty much everyone. The Harden Volume 6, it also runs a little bit long, but I feel like most people, you should be fine going true to size if you don't mind the a little bit of extra length, right? If you want a super snug fit, then you should probably go down half a size. As far as the toe box goes, I would say they're around the same, you know, not super snug, but also not super roomy. In my personal preference, I would like it to be a little bit more snug for both of these shoes, but you know, it's not a huge deal. I mean, there still is a little bit of room there, and I can curl my toes up a little bit in both of the shoes, but like I said, it's not super roomy to the point where I hate the fit. And so there's that. And also both of these shoes have like heel tabs. Look at that. So very easy to put on the shoe and tie it up. So the fit pretty much the same. Just remember the Harden Volume 5 runs really long. Moving on to the support and lockdown. I mean, I don't think the Harden Volume 6 is gonna have any issues. As you guys can see, look at that. The cage here on the lateral side for lateral containment feels like it's gonna be very good. The Harden Volume 5, of course, I had zero issues just because of this plastic thing. I hated this plastic thing, but it was good for one thing, and that was lateral stability. But this plastic thing, I feel like really made the shoe super stiff. So yeah, I mean, I had no issues with that. And also lateral stability, they're both probably around the same width. Yeah, super wide and low bases. So the Harden Volume 6, probably not gonna have any issues. I didn't have any problems with the Harden Volume 5. Moving on to the weight. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? I feel like the Harden Volume 5 is gonna be a little bit heavier. It's probably like 15.41 ounces. The Harden Volume 6 is a little bit lighter, actually. 14.96. So like 0.4 ounces. Not a huge deal, but it definitely is lighter. And does it feel lighter? You can't really notice the weight all too much, but it feels a lot smoother, is what I'm gonna say, right? So yeah, just because of the more flexible sole, the softer cushion, and also the heel not being as clunky, it just feels so much better, even just walking around right now, you know what I mean? So I definitely think that is an upgrade. And also I like the shape, you know. The Harden Volume 5 not as curved. The Harden Volume 6 is very curved. So yeah, the Harden Volume 6 right now feels a lot better on foot. Moving on to the aesthetics, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think looks better? I feel like right now, I like the Harden Volume 5. I mean, I like the design of the Harden Volume 5, you know? But I just hated to play in it. Right now, I'm gonna give it to the Harden Volume 5 as far as the aesthetics go. Do you guys like this like dimple design here on like the caging, and also kind of like on the sides of the outsole? And also, as far as the upper goes, it kind of keeps like this like bubbly, like circular shape throughout this entire upper, like the Harden Volume 5. It just looks a little bit different. So anyways, tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, yeah, I mean, the Harden Volume 5 was one of the worst shoes of last year, just in my opinion. It felt like bricks. It wasn't terrible. You can definitely make it work, but there were so many better options out there, and I pretty much never played in this shoe ever. The Harden Volume 6 though is feeling pretty nice, and I feel like it upgraded from the Harden Volume 5 with like everything that I hated about the Harden Volume 5. It's not in the Harden Volume 6, you know what I mean? It's just, I wish the 6 was a little bit lighter. It's a little too heavy, but I still feel like it'll be a pretty responsive shoe. But anyways, that about wraps up my initial comparison. The Harden Volume 6, I definitely like a lot better than the 5. for my first impression, and also for the versus video, I feel like that 6 is gonna be way better than the 5. So anyways, again, if you guys do want to cop either of these shoes, I try to leave an affiliate link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.